families, teachers, staff, and administration, and of course the graduating class of 2020. My name is Aljalil Hill Jenkins, and I'm honored to be able to welcome you to Pride Academy's 2020 graduation ceremony. Tonight is a celebration for the class of 2020 as we begin one of the most important journeys of our lives. After tonight, we will call ourselves alumni of a truly amazing school. These past 4 years of my life have helped me grow into the person I am today. This school has helped me prepare for future success and achievements. The staff and students all work together to create a fun and successful learning environment. I would like to thank all of you for attending tonight's ceremony in support of the class of 2020. I would like to thank the staff and administration and our parents for doing everything in their power to help us get to this moment. So without further ado, I would like to welcome everyone to Pride Academy's 2020 virtual graduation ceremony.
Hello, Pride family, and welcome to Pride Academy's first virtual graduation. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mr. Geiger, and I am the Dean of Student Advancement at Pride Academy Charter School. I want to first start by congratulating Pride Academy's class of 2020. Even though this year ended a bit differently than years past, you have all still worked extremely hard and deserve all the success that you have achieved. Know that I am proud of each one of you, and I can't wait to hear about the success that you have in high school and beyond. It has been a privilege and honor to have worked with such determined and aspiring scholars. As you begin your high school journey in September, it is important for you never to forget the values that you have learned at Pride Academy. This year's graduating class has received acceptance into some wonderful high schools, such as STEM Academy in East Orange, St. Vincent Academy, STEM Innovation Academy of the Oranges, Newark Tech, Payne Tech, St. Benedict's Prep, DePaul Catholic, Union Catholic, Immaculate Conception, West Caldwell Tech, and the Emma Willard School in Troy, New York. I hope you all recognize how hard your teachers and families worked to keep your education and future a priority during this once-in-a-lifetime event. We were able to rise to the occasion as a school community, and your future success will be a testament to what we have achieved together. As a class, and because of your determination and effort, you have earned over $250,000 in scholarship money. I wish you nothing but the best. And once again, congratulations to Pride Academy's graduating class of 2020.
Welcome Pride staff and parents to this year's graduation of the class of 2020. My name is Amaya Adams, and I am pleased to speak with you today. During my 4 years at Pride, I have learned so much, and I have been presented with so many great opportunities. Thanks to Pride, I will have the opportunity to attend the Emma Willard School, a boarding school for all girls. As I step into high school and take on the challenges of today's world, I will remember the lessons of seeking out those who will support you and help you to succeed. Looking back at my 5th grade self, I was a shy and quiet girl who didn't know herself. But as the next 3 years went by, I was able to overcome those barriers and feel proud of who I was, no matter what others thought of me. I am thankful for the tight bond I have developed with my friends. Even though we may argue, their love and support is the reason I've become stronger as a person. Without them, I don't know what my time at Pride would be like. I would also like to thank all of our teachers for always pushing me and the rest of this year's class past our limits. Even with all our ups and downs, you've never failed to show your full interest in our success in and outside of the classroom. So thank you for making us feel loved and connected as this group family. Now, as you're listening to me today, class of 2020, let's reminisce about all the good and bad moments we've shared. Think of who you were with, how you felt, what you learned, and how that has helped you to finally graduate from Pride, the biggest result of your hard work. Take those lessons with you as you enter high school and take on the new challenges of today's world. Remember the core values that we are constantly held up to. When we are able to portray these values in our actions, we can make a change for the better. Remember that we are the future. As our journey with Pride comes to an end, always remember to seek out what you need in order to succeed. Show the best side of you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Stephen Curry is a professional basketball player with the Golden State Warriors. The son of former NBA player Del Curry, Steph Curry first garnered national attention for his impressive play at Davidson College. He was drafted in 2009 by Golden State and eventually developed into one of pro basketball's top players with his stellar shooting skills. After garnering Most Valuable Player honors and helping the Warriors win the NBA championship in 2015, Curry led the team to a league record 73 wins the following season. In 2016, Curry became the first person to be named MVP by unanimous vote in NBA history, and one of only 11 players to win MVP 2 years in a row. He then helped the Warriors win the NBA title again in 2017 and 2018. Both times over the Cleveland Cavaliers. The NBA star also supports schools through the Stephen Curry Foundation and annually hosts 2 charity golf events. I've been blessed to have this platform and I want to use it to affect the world positively, said Curry. Recently, he and his wife launched the Eat, Learn, Play Foundation to meet the tremendous need that exists all around us and to help improve the lives of kids and families in Oakland, the Bay Area, and across the country. Rooted in 3 of the most vital pillars for a healthy childhood, nutrition, education, and physical activity, Eat, Learn, Play is designed to help ensure an equal road to success for all kids. They boldly state, children are our future and we are deeply dedicated to empowering them and opening doors for their futures. Stephen Curry married his college sweetheart, Ayesha Curry. She is an entrepreneur and former actress known for the HBO series Ballers and as the host of Ayesha's Home Kitchen on the Food Network. The Currys have 2 daughters, Riley and Ryan, and a son, Cannon W. Jack. Without further ado, I introduce to you our graduation speaker, Mr. Steph Curry.
You know, I'm Stephen Curry. I'm a father, son, brother, a husband, an entrepreneur, I'm champion on the NBA basketball court. I'm grateful for this opportunity to congratulate you, the undefeated class of 2020. You're my kind of people. Y'all know that. You're record setting, you're history making, and you show up to win even in the greatest adversity. You follow through, like KR said, it's not what you start, it's what you finish. You follow through on the promises to yourself, you adapt, you create, you inspire, and you continue to dream big and hope. And we're here today to celebrate because we believe in the work that you've done should be celebrated at the highest level, no matter what's going on right now. This commencement honors the early mornings that turn into late nights, the grind every single day to better yourself, and every single moment of sacrifice that you've gone through. We ask you to show us your walk because while you aren't crossing the stage this year, and it's obviously different than what you expected, you're stepping into new roles in the world. You'll become the innovators, the thought leaders, the artists. You're going to invest in your mental and physical and financial fitness. You're going to find new ways to benefit everyone on this planet. And most of the time when you hear that, especially in a speech like this, it seems like an exaggeration. But now we all know that the stakes are at an all-time high and undeniable. It's important work that needs to be done. It has to be done. And gratefully, I know I'm happy to say that you are the class that's going to take on this challenge. You are the new group of healthcare professionals who will be asked to give of yourself in ways that have never been expected. You're the scientists and engineers who will find and administer cures. You're the emerging educators who will return to your communities right now and prepare the next wave of hungry minds. You're the volunteers and advocates that are bold, even in the face of crisis, and want to serve others. You're the student athletes who have sharpened your minds and focused your bodies, and you're ready to play. All of this preparation, it's not for nothing. I know about setbacks. I know about being unsure. I know about the fear of what comes next and how doubt from the outside can mess with the inside. I know about, wanting a celebration and instead being met with more hard work and patience. And I know what it's like to be underestimated and misunderstood. I know what it's like to just want to do what you've been training to do all your entire life. And my personal story of surrender and waving the white flag in the face of adversity is pretty heartfelt for me. There's not one specific hardship or moment of trauma in my life that I want to share with you, but it's a quick lesson I learned from my coach at Davidson College that has influenced the way that I approach every challenge in my life. The choice that you have to either surrender or push through. I showed up to campus as a scrawny kid that was just looking for a Division I scholarship. Coach McKillop, he saw the best in me and he gave me an opportunity, but he was going to make me earn it. And from day one, he put me in positions to challenge myself and get outside of my comfort zone. I was playing with the upperclassmen every workout that I did. I was getting beat and bullied, pushed around on the basketball court. And every workout, it just made me, look at myself in the mirror and say, are you ready for this? Do you want this? Do you want to go through everything that you need to go to succeed? And Coach McKillop saw that right away. And one of my workouts in the fall before my freshman year, he had me out there with all the upperclassmen, guys that were stronger, bigger than me. And I'm fatigued, tired, looking around, exhausted. He looks at me and he pulls out a little white flag. And we all know the universal sign for surrender. He got a little white flag and he throwed it in my face and saying, you want to quit, don't you? You want to give up, don't you? Go ahead and quit. Take this white flag. Go ahead and go to the locker room. You want to quit. And I had to make a decision in that moment. Do I want to push through or do I want to give up? And every time that I've seen face the adversity since then, I see that white flag. I hear Coach McKillop's voice asking me, do I want to quit? Or do I want to get myself to a whole brand new level that I deserve because of the work that I put in? There's no bigger white flag that's being waved in your face right now than what's going on and the adversity that you face moving into your new situations. So I encourage you to push through, continue to work hard, continue to believe in yourself, continue to surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you and support you on that journey. And have people that are going to celebrate you like we're doing here today. Don't let that white flag get you down. I know these times are difficult, that we're tired of being inside, that we could really use some good news right about now, that we're being met with more hardship than we expected. But I also know about belief, about what can happen when we focus our attention together, about what occurs when we give our all in every critical moment and how it feels when that optimism, that reluctance to not quit, and when it pays off. I'm Stephen Curry and I believe in you. That's why I'm here. So many people have been the village around me to support and encourage me throughout my entire life. That group is why I walk the way that I do. My walk is ingrained in my purpose to represent my family with honor and boldness. My walk is my wife's brilliance, her huge heart, her unyielding determination. My walk is made stronger by our incredibly bright and curious daughters, and I'm privileged to watch them grow up every single day and help shape their future. My son, my walk is because of him, because it's my honor to teach and to instill him with fearlessness and kindness and graciousness. And when I lace up my sneakers every single game, I step on that court and use each lesson that they have taught me to my advantage. And I'll carry that joy and their wishes throughout my entire career. And I challenge you, wherever you are, to think of those who have influenced your steps, your ancestors, your teachers, your coaches, your families. Each of them is impactful in terms of how you walk through this life. Your people persevere, your people dream, and they dare to dream that you were possible. You're not gonna let them down. Take advantage of every opportunity because you work for them. Talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. So those of us who are successful and have reached a new level, it's our opportunity and our responsibility to reach back and lift up others so that we all have an equal road to success. That's my passion, to pay it forward. I try to walk that walk through my foundation, Eat, Learn, Play, that's created to support the next generation through healthy, active lifestyles, nutritious meals, and support for continued education. And I encourage you to find your role in the collective effort and responsibility that we all have to make an impact. Invest in your community. Invest in the success of others. It's not about being the only one that succeeds. It's about multiplying into many. So be thoughtful about what's your plan to give back. And equally as important is investing in yourself and planning for your financial future. You have to prepare now for the life that you want in the future. Though these are uncertain times and we're all feeling that, the immediate future may not be clear. Your plans for how you want to succeed don't have to be as uncertain. For all those college grads, even as you start this next phase, know that you can make a little grow into a lot. The formula can be simple at this stage, recognizing that it's not about how much you make, but how much you keep. Nothing can be gained without some measure of sacrifice. And my pay it forward message is helping build that confidence in all aspects of life, from physical fitness, mental toughness, and financial stability. I believe that you are ready for this moment. You are the moment. Not because of flukes or good luck or good fortune, but because of preparation and faith. And I believe that you will remind us all, because of your strength and the strength in numbers that we all have, that we're part of a collective that must win. I believe in your minds, I believe in your hearts and your compassion. I know this class is capable of defeating the enemy. And no, I'm watching the matchup really closely. I'm rooting for you guys like a diehard true fan. Fourth quarter, final seconds. Shoot your shot, take your shot, make or miss, live with it. I want to see us walk proudly, better than we have before, into this uncertain future. You, the graduating class of 2020, here, what seemed to be the hardest road ahead of you, take that challenge on. But you're also the most equipped to walk it. So let's see what you can do. Thank you so much for letting me join you today and celebrate each and every single one of you. And you know what time it is. Show me your walk. Let's go. Congratulations, class of 2020. We're here for you.
Greetings, Pride family. I would like to begin by recognizing our board president, Mr. Rob Mitchell, and board of trustee members, Mr. Moore, Ms. Bugsy, Dr. Morgan Black, Mrs. Spence, and Mrs. Taylor, and also pay recognition to Reverend William Derrick Lee, trustees and leaders of the Imani Baptist Church. We express our gratitude for all that you continue to do to support the growth of Pride Academy, and for your faith in our scholars and our school's mission. Please join me in expressing recognition and virtual applause for Mr. Zeber, who has worked tirelessly and creatively to prepare and present virtual gifts of individual scholar tributes, and this, our first ever virtual graduation event. I would also like to acknowledge the inspirational words and message of our keynote speaker, Stephen Curry. Parents and family members, I greet you with admiration and regard. Your love and belief in your children and confidence in our promise to be responsible for your children while they have been at Pride is the reason why we are able to create and participate in this extraordinary celebration of our graduates. We thank you, congratulate you, and share in your pride. Teachers and staff, I want to thank you for your work in teaching, leading, and supporting our graduates during their years at Pride Academy. Your work has contributed to the success we are celebrating tonight. I'd like to begin by thanking Mr. Geiger. Under his guidance and leadership, all of our graduates have had access to excellent high school choices and are prepared for their transition to the next chapter of their educational story. We thank Mr. Minigo and Mr. Ofstad, our vice principals, Mr. Ray, our school business administrator, and Mrs. Ray, our human resources manager, Mrs. Wilson, our dean of academics, Ms. Brower, our Dean of Students, Ms. Becker, our Director of Technology, and Mrs. Quinn, co-founder of Pride and life support for all of us in so many different academic support ways. We recognize and thank Mrs. Dockery, our school office manager, Mrs. Popinko, our secretary, Mr. Guaman, accounting clerk, our social workers, Ms. Walker and Mr. Charles, our special education director, Mrs. Marish, our nurse, Miss Evans, and our custodians, Mr. Jinson and Mr. Mane. We thank and recognize our 8th grade teachers this year, Mr. Hannah and Mr. Rose, Mr. Nguyen and Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Zaber and Miss High, Miss Bess and Mrs. Marish, Miss Trusalapa, Mr. Altamirano, Miss Becker, and Miss Gendro. We recognize the teachers who have taught our graduates in prior years, Mr. Simon, Mrs. Minotti, Mr. Nelson, Mrs. Bender, Mrs. Cawthon, and Mrs. Chambers. We recognize teachers who may not have directly taught our graduates in a content area during their years at Pride, but who have celebrated and supported them in every step of their journey. Mr. De Stefano, Miss Loria, Miss Lumumba, Mr. Montas, Mr. Paul, Miss Lobello, Mrs. King Morris, Mrs. Bodie Blackman, Miss Tynes, Mr. May, and Mr. Okomoku. I have named every single member of our staff because at Pride, the responsibility of our students' achievement and well-being is shared amongst us all. Teachers and staff, you have all played an integral role in preparing our graduates for their transition to high school and for this special graduation event. I am proud of you and feel honored to have served and worked alongside you this year. You deserve to be proud of your accomplishments this year, and we appreciate you all. Graduates, I speak from my heart when I share with you that this is not the ending of your middle school years or the graduation that you imagined, your families imagined, or your teachers imagined. Early in March, you left our building and have stayed at home resiliently, learning and living with the impact of a pandemic that has touched all of you in ways that will remain with you forever. As young historians, you have learned that natural disasters, wars, pandemics, and racial violence and injustice are pivotal events and experiences that can alter history and that should alter history for the better. This moment in time is like none other in your life. You are participants in history in the making, and I encourage you to pay attention to the opportunities that you have now and that Stephen Curry spoke to you about in his address. Be more than a participant. Be actors and agents of real, lasting change. As a starting place, I would like to suggest that you consider some of these ideas. Seek out knowledge and role models that can teach and show you how to be strategic social justice activists. Listen to and attend to the wisdom and the stories of your elders and family members. Use your incredible strengths of brilliance, bravery, and grit that you have used over the past 3 months more than any time before to advocate for your learning and shape paths through high school that will ensure choice, health, financial security, and happiness. Leverage your social media presence and platforms as tools for empowerment of yourselves and others, and opportunities to show empathy, compassion, and respect in messages that unify rather than divide. Unashamedly use faith-based and community resources to support you in healing and strengthening when you need it. Use the bonds of sisterhood and brotherhood that you have formed over your time at Pride and in your families and communities to encourage and energize you when distractions, challenges, and burdens seem too heavy to carry alone. Celebrate the dance, music, laughter of joyful practice and family connections. Amplify your scholarship, athleticism, rhythm, voices, and style. Build community service initiatives or join them in your high schools and communities so that you can have a say in how change takes seed and grows, and so that you can experience the worth and power of philanthropy and service. Become political and involved in your high school student councils, local community government, and encourage every family member and person you know who can vote to vote. Continue to learn, teach, and ask questions about your rich, beautiful ancestry and cultural histories to help to strengthen your pride, purpose, and promise. I stand before you, humbled and grateful to have been your principal, and to be in your presence and in the presence of your family and your communities. On behalf of your entire Pride family, we pledge to you that we will continue to learn, not be silent, stand with you, for you, and beside you. We will listen to you, notice you, and walk with you and for you, because your strong and beautiful lives matter to us and to the future we want for you. I know I speak for all of your teachers that we want more than anything for you to leave Pride, believing in your hearts and never wavering from this conviction that you are extraordinary and that you can and will do extraordinary things now and in your futures. Be fully conscious of the certainty that your life matters. You matter. And Pride Academy will always, always be a home and a place where you will be welcomed and surrounded with love, care, and family. And now, let's prepare for the part of the program that you have been patiently awaiting the most, the awarding of diplomas.
Good afternoon. My name is Oscar Ofstad. I'm the Vice Principal at Pride Academy. Today, I have the honor of presenting the 2020 class with its Academic Subject Awards. The Academic Subject Awards are presented to the students with the highest overall grade for the year, or to the students who have shown extraordinary interest and effort in each subject. In pre-algebra, taught by Mr. Hanna and Mr. Rose, the winner is Amaya Coleman. Congratulations. In algebra, taught by Mr. Hanna and Mr. Rose, the winner is Zanaya Adams. Congratulations. In social studies, taught by Mr. Nguyen, the winner is Kamel Augustin. Congratulations. In science, taught by Mrs. Wilson, the winner is Erica Thompson. Congratulations. In language arts, taught by Mr. Zabor and Ms. High, the winner is Devay Hedgeman. Congratulations. In technology, taught by Ms. Becker, the winner is Adacia Silvera. Congratulations. In Spanish, taught by Mr. Usulapa, the winner is Rashawn Stewart. Congratulations. In dance, taught by Ms. Gendro, the winner is Brianna Burnett. Congratulations. In physical education and health, taught by Mr. Altamirano, the winner is Micah Romaine. Congratulations.
The Core Value Awards are presented to the 3 students, 1 per team, who embody the Pride core values of peace, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy. For the Clemente team, this year's winner is Emmanuel Kales. For the Roosevelt team, this year's winner is Chanel Bethea. For the Chavez team, this year's winner is Brittany Dolores.
This is Ms. Domenico, Pride Academy Charter School Vice Principal. Soon we will be announcing the most prestigious award, which are the Academic Achievement Award, the Pride Scholar Award, and the Founders Award. Before we do that, Pride Academy would like to take a moment to acknowledge 2 very important women in our Pride family. Family. You hear that a lot at Pride Academy, and that's because we really do see our community as a family. Families work together to overcome challenges. Families sacrifice for the greater good of their children. Families make those sacrifices so that their children will grow to be all that they can be and achieve all their dreams. It's a proverb that's often said, but not always realized. It takes a village to raise a child. These words are more than just a proverb at Pride. It's our way of being. Time and time again, I have seen members of our community doing the right thing for our children and putting our children first. Our Pride parents and families exemplify this and demonstrate this every day. Whether it's a mom calling to let us know that a child in our community is not doing well, a watchful and observant dad at dismissal, or the parent council that volunteers their time to make things better for our children and our school. Tonight, we would like to recognize 2 women who have gone above and beyond for our community. Through their dedication and commitment, they have supported our school and its mission. Our first recipient's name has appeared on my caller ID many, many times. When it did, I knew I would be hearing her beautiful accent say the words, "What can I do?" Over the years, she has donated generously and anonymously to service projects, donation drives, and more. She has volunteered to lead teacher appreciation projects and fundraising committees. And much to our staff's pleasure, she would arrive at Pride Academy on delayed openings with Dunkin' Donuts coffee and donuts for our whole staff. For these reasons and so many more, we celebrate Mrs. Faith Stewart. Congratulations, Ms. Stewart. Our next recipient leaves me with a bit of a hole in my heart because I have truly enjoyed working with her over the past 4 years, and she has faithfully served on our parent council all those years. She has attended almost every parent event, parent party, or parent anything that we have had during our time at Pride. And quite honestly, I have come to depend on her greatly during that time. She has always been there to help me set up or clean up after events, no matter how late it was, and even though she had a long walk home ahead of her. I could always count on her to spark her great discussions, share her motherly wisdom, and make new parents in the community feel welcome and encouraged to contribute as well. And more than one occasion, she has lifted my spirits with her positive energy and joyful smile. For these reasons and so many more, we celebrate Miss Krishna Booker. We celebrate these 2 outstanding women, mothers, and true leaders in our community with a special Parent Appreciation Award. For all that you have done over the years at Pride Academy, we would like to thank and recognize Mrs. Faith Stewart and Mrs. Krishna Booker. Congratulations, ladies. I will miss you terribly, and don't forget, you are always part of our Pride family. We love you, and thank you for your service to our kids. Thank you.
The Academic Achievement Award is presented to the student with the best overall grade point average. This year's Academic Achievement Award recipient is Denisha Liddell. Congratulations, Denisha.
Hello, this is Ms. Domenico, Vice Principal of Pride Academy Charter School, and it is my great honor to present the Pride Scholar Award. The Pride Scholar Award is presented to a graduate who has embodied the core values of peace, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy through their own natural character and manner of being during their time at Pride Academy Charter School. This year's recipient is certainly worthy of this recognition. When thinking of this scholar's journey at Pride, I am reminded of a woman who, like this year's winner, is someone who turns challenges into opportunities, whose positive spirit inspires those around her, and who leads others by example. Our First Lady, Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama once said, "Instead of letting your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, let them inspire you. Let them make you even hungrier to succeed." I saw these words in actions many times when I witnessed this scholar face obstacles that arose while planning community events and service projects. No matter what the disappointment, she was always the first to accept it and find a way to energize the group to push through and stay focused on the goal. First Lady Obama also said, "I have learned that as long as I hold fast to my beliefs and values and follow my own moral compass, then the only expectations I need to live up to are my own." This year's recipient has also lived these words in every way over the past 4 years at Pride Academy. She has been kind, she has worked hard to succeed, she has selflessly helped others, she has given her best, and she has held fast to her beliefs and values. She has also followed her own moral compass, and she has lived up to the high expectations that she has set for her own self. Lastly, it is these words shared in her best-selling memoir, Becoming, that remind me most of the young lady who is receiving this year's Pride Scholar Award. When you've worked hard and done well and walked through that doorway of opportunity, you do not slam it shut behind you. You reach back and give other folks the same chances that helped you succeed. It has been our very great pleasure to have this scholar as part of our community for the past 4 years. We appreciate her kindness, compassion, leadership, determination, and so much more. Our community of teachers, staff, and leaders and scholars have benefited from how you have shared your positive spirit and leadership to make learning possible and our community stronger. I have no doubt that, like Michelle Obama, Pride Academy Charter School is just one step in your story of your becoming. All that you will become and all that you do will absolutely make the world a better place. It is my great pleasure to award this year's Pride Scholar Award to Chanel Bethia. We're very proud of you. Congratulations for this great honor.
Good evening. Around this time, 12 years ago, Fiona Thomas, Rosemary Domenico, Amanda Quinn, Jody Wilson, Sharon Nicholson, and Hollister Brown, with the hard work and support of Sue Becker and Robin Brower, embarked upon a challenging journey and began the work of creating an extraordinary charter school to be in service of students, families, and teachers. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." As founders, we never dreamt we would have an opportunity to witness the transformation of our scholars on an almost daily basis. They are remarkable and brilliant, full of joy, and have become our very best teachers. They have helped all of us to become better people and inspired us in unimaginable ways. In essence, Our scholars, families, and teachers have elongated this staircase beyond our own vision, and that is the true meaning of pride. Pride is indeed a very special and unique place. While the physical building represents a school, inside symbolizes a family bonded by love, commitment, and a high regard for one another. It is those very bonds that enable us to maintain high expectations and to be unrelenting in our efforts to elevate our scholars and each other to the highest levels of success. Throughout this pandemic, I was often reminded of these words by C.S. Lewis. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. This time of quarantine, an abrupt interruption to our school routine, has shown the importance of solidarity during times of adversity, as well as the incredible resilience of our scholars and the families we serve. You are extraordinary. While we accomplish many significant milestones as a school, our greatest testimonies are our scholars and their ability to exhibit the foundational pillar of our school, the school mission statement, and our dear and grounded core values of peace, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy in their words and actions. Class of 2020, you are the kings and queens that were chosen and destined to experience this pandemic. We would not have made it without you. I truly believe that based on your experience, you will teach us, soar into higher levels of excellence that surpass our greatest expectations, and solve problems that we do not even know exist. Through this experience, you challenge your teachers to step up and expand their teaching practices fast and in ways that we never have before. Thank you. Our hearts in school will forever be imprinted by your unique legacy. We are confident that you will truly harness your power to shape our world. There's no greater time than now for your voices to be heard and for you to rise up as the generation that will heal our world forever. This next award that we are about to present is for the scholar who exemplified the mission of the founders of the school by growing and transforming the most throughout the course of their 4 years at Pride Academy. Typically, the founders would be with me right now. However, I know that they are standing with me virtually and are so proud of you, our founders recipient. It has been a privilege to have you and to teach you and to just see you grow in so many ways. I wanted to share a story that I think exemplifies you in an incredible way and one that gives a message that I hope you'll treasure forever. So it's called Giraffes Can't Dance, and it's by Giles André. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed very bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clod." So he crept off the floor and he started walking home, He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who had seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lonely moon is playing just for you, and everything makes music if you really wanted to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. "I am dancing, yes, I'm dancing, I'm dancing," Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and the stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." And so our Founders Award recipient, I wanted to share that story with you because we have all seen you dance in so many different ways. You have just blossomed as a person, and you have learned to be unapologetically you, which is probably one of the greatest lessons that we could ever have borne witness to you embracing and accepting. Thank you for sharing your genius with us. Thank you for sharing your passion to learn, your desire to question the world around you, and to really embrace your learning, to embrace you, to embrace your peers, your teachers, and to always dance to your own beat. And we are incredibly proud of you. We support you, and we are always here for you. And we know that the world is going to have even many more songs because of you. And there'll be many more dances because of you. Dances for change, dances for innovation, dances for solving problems in our world, dances for changing hearts, dances for making one little boy or girl believe in themselves a little bit more because they encountered you. And dances that people who meet you, your new teachers, will forever be transformed by you being in their classroom. We are so honored and proud to present our Founders Award to Rashawn Stewart.
Graduates and families, I encourage you to reflect on the words and images that you have heard and seen over the course of this recording, as well as the many accolades and memories that have been shared with you personally in your teachers' video tributes. I hope you will cherish these virtual moments and take pride in your accomplishments. I hope too that you will value the opportunity to regard this recording and your video tributes as keepsakes to commemorate this unprecedented time in your lives and our history. Return to them when you need to be reminded of how strong and resilient you are and how much you matter. Share them proudly with your friends and family members who may not be with you at this time. I would like to take this opportunity to once again acknowledge and express appreciation to Mr. Geiger, Mr. Zaber, Mrs. Wilson, and Miss Becker for all of their work and time and passion in creating Pride's very first video recording of graduation. I would also like to express appreciation to our student speakers, Al-Jalil and Zanaya. Thank you for your words. Thank you for addressing us all. Graduates, you are powerful beyond measure. Continue to work hard to use your power with agency, charity, and always with integrity. Be kind and brave, and always strive to give back to others and the world something better and more beautiful than you may have first encountered. I would like to close in leading you in declaiming Dr. Chike Akua's words, and as you say them with me, be affirmed, feel affirmed, and affirm those around you. If you can, please stand wherever you are in this moment and repeat after me in loud and proud voices that amplify your conviction, who you are. I am a student seeking to be a scholar. The standard is excellence today and tomorrow. I am disciplined, focused, and on time. I am organized, respectful, and responsible. I am on a mission to elevate myself, my community, my family, and humanity. Graduates, remain standing if you can, and stand even taller and straighter. And please repeat after me after I say 1, 2, 3. Feel the pride. We ready? Standing tall, straight, proud. 1, 2, 3. Feel the pride. Congratulations, class of 2020. Please know that your entire Pride family believes in you. We are so very proud of you, and we love you.